repros, yeah, I'm pretty much the same. Really, I agree. Like, I don't mind them at all. I think they're a really good idea. I think especially like things like Sonic Eraser, where you can't get it on any physical kind of hardware unless you know what you're doing, is a really good idea. And even things like taking Game Gear games onto Master System for the big screen, I just think it's a really good idea. And so I'm all for them, really. I think they're really cool.
Do you not think, though, that there's certain unscrupulous sellers out there who would take, say, a repro card and then claim, oh, this is Flintstone's Surprise at Dinosaur Peak. Let's sell it for $200.
Yes,
absolutely.
Totally.
Well, people are not still that gullible, though.
Yeah, I think you'd be able to see that even if it was still Flintstones, it's not going to be worth.
Yeah, are you going to know that when you're buying it off eBay? And then
you're not. That's the thing. Well, the thing is, my mate that sold me this, it was only 20 quid, roughly, and it used to be an Echo the Dolphin cart, and he actually was honest. He told me that. But I've known him a long time, and I trusted him, and I was right to trust him because it is now Sonic Eraser. But it used to be Echo the Dolphin before we transferred it from a Japanese cart to the cart that it's in now. But he just happened to know what he was doing. But it's a good point. You don't know that, and anyone on eBay that you're not friends with, it could be anything. Be careful.
Technically, I mean, if the ROM is on there, in an original game, the ROM is on there. If you ROM dump it onto another cart, the ROM is on there. There's no difference between the two. And the only thing is it's in your fucking head, right? It's just it's kind of it's a very ethereal thing. Like it doesn't really, the ROM fucking, you can play it on the ROM on your fucking cracked Wii. Yeah. How much? See, it's only worth something if someone's willing to buy it. That's the thing. And if someone wants a cartridge of Dinosaur fucking Peak game, and someone ROM dumps it and sells it for like a third the price, and you're willing to pay it just to have it on the shelf, I don't, like, it's not, if you can't put it on the cartridge yourself and someone's done it for you, you're not, it's kind of a gray area. If you're willing to pay for it just to have it on the shelf so that you have it, it's, you know what I mean? Like, you're not technically being ripped off because you're getting what you want. Totally. As long as you don't go ahead and fucking resell it and say this is the original. There's just that thing, like a ROM is a fucking ROM. I've got my 3DS fucking ROM cart, and it's got like 20 3DS games on it. They're not fake 3DS games. They're real 3DS games, but they're fucking, I stole them off the internet, right? I've done the work, right? So, but they're still, they're not worth less to me when I'm playing it. I don't think, this is awesome, I'm playing a fucking ripped off game. I mean, I am, because the thing's worth, I'm playing games that would cost me $50, and I paid fucking the cost of my fucking internet every month, basically. So do the math. It's one of those things, like, if you could do it, everyone would have Earthbound in their fucking collection. If you could take fucking NHL 97 and fucking put Earthbound, or 94 and put Earthbound on the cart, slap a new sticker on it and put it on your shelf, it's fucking Earthbound. No one's, there's no, it's not Earthbound. It actually is. You know what I mean? And so it's just, it's the people, it's the same kind of argument of, like, emulation versus fucking playing it on the actual console. You know what I mean? There's no fucking difference. A ROM is a ROM is a ROM. It doesn't make any difference. It's just the feel. You want that fucking, you want to play it on the NES. You want that little fucking square controller in your hand, giving you cramps, giving you fucking 2 red marks on your fucking thumbs when you're trying to play it. Or do you want to play it? Do you want to play it on your fucking computer with your 360 controller, which feels like you basically?
I've done that. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I think it's a good point. I mean, I'm on Steam as well, and I must have so many games that I've downloaded on there, and I've got my wireless receiver with my Xbox 360 controller. I'm playing them constantly through my PC. Same thing. I think it's personal preference. You want them digital, you want the hard copy, or you're happy to have a mixture of the two. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't give, as long as I can play the game, I don't give a shit what medium it's on. If I happen to find a cartridge and I stick it in my Super Nintendo and I play it that way, or I play it on an emulator, like I just found a PSP emulator, and it fucking works perfectly. It maps your 360 controller with all the buttons, and it's on the big screen. It looks beautiful. And then I went through all the PSP ROMs and realized that there's no fucking PSP games I want to play anyway. So that's
after all that,
win-win. So
that's the hardest thing, isn't it? I mean, like any retro console, it's so hard to get it on your screen through the Mega Drive, through the NES, whatever, to look so fucking good.
Yeah.
Boom, have it right there on your hard drive, looking 10 times better through HDMI.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And it's really bad. I mean, when I discovered Hyperspin recently, I was like, oh, mate, this is so much nicer than having all of my consoles set up and none of them looking as good as this.
Well, I mean, the other thing is like the Retron 5 that they've not long brought out. I mean, I think that's really cool. You know, being able to play so many different types of games from different systems in the one big thing saves you having to get so many different systems out. And I think things like that are kind of going to help as well. Convenience and finance as well.
Yeah, they help. It helps more if you already have a huge pre-existing cartridge collection. Because if you buy the Retron 5, if you buy the Retron 5 and you've got like fucking 10 cartridges, then you have to go out and then source all of this shit. And you know what I mean? All of a sudden you're like, oh look, I can play cartridges from 5 different fucking systems, and you're broke again. So it's, you know what I mean? You might as well just get one of those EverDrive carts for every system, and you literally save the money, because it's like I said, it's on the cartridge. You're playing it on the actual system. You're getting the actual feel of it. You know what I mean? So the fascists who want to play it on their own on the original hardware, they can get the same feel out of it, but then they don't have to pay fucking $1 million for shit. That's the thing with cartridges. The first time I emulated it, I was like, I never have to spend money again, because I'm not going out and buying something that I have to fucking clean with fucking isopropyl alcohol and Q-tips. This is not something that I'm going to be doing. Cartridges, I cleaned one just the other day that I bought, and the fucking Q-tip was green. It was fucking green. I was like, this is, my game has gone green. This is fucking fucking ridiculous.
A lot of space as well. Not everyone's got a lot of space to store everything. It stays on that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've got 1,000 disc fucking games, and they take up half the living room, for Christ's sakes. I mean, it's like, I don't need that much shit.
Wow, that's impressive. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's impressive from 5 feet away. Don't look too close. When you start seeing the Barbie games and then the fucking,
My Little Pony.
Yeah, the My Little Pony. But from 5 feet away, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
Probably an extreme case is Maine. It's not like you're going to be able to collect all the arcade cabinets and maintain them at home when you can play them on PC.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you remember the old Genesis advert where it's like Genesis brings the arcade experience at home? You got one really cool '90s kid with his cap on, like me, that's sitting there like in the back of his chair playing on Golden Axe or whatever it is on the screen, and then they make it look like the other kids, the loser, and he's sitting in his room, and his parents have bought him arcade cabinets all around his room, and it's almost like, well, how is this kid the loser? I'd much rather go around this kid's house than that kid. Mega Drive on a screen about this size. Like, it's a really good
great old adverts for systems. They really are.
Especially Sega ones, man. Like the old Mega Drive, mate.
They were among the best, definitely.
Nintendo.